So we did a video about this a week and a half ago or so when Ryzen 2 officially launched. We did a video detailing when we thought, the 2100, the 2300X, and the 2500X, all of those, when they would be dropping, because we just didn't see it. Where was Ryzen 3 and Ryzen 5 for the new Ryzen 2 lineup? Ryzen 2, 3, 5, it doesn't work. Zen Plus, for the Zen Plus architecture. And a lot of you seem to indicate one of the suggested theories was that we weren't going to be getting those because the Ryzen 3 2200G and the Ryzen 5 2400G were the replacements for the entire lineup. However, one of the reasons why I was super suspect of that was because of the fact that those CPUs on the 2200G and the 2400G don't have Zen Plus performance. They don't overclock as well. They perform like original Zen. They don't perform like Zen Plus. So it didn't make sense to me that AMD wouldn't be refreshing the lower end lineups with higher clock speeds and better efficiency and better performance. Just didn't make a whole lot of sense. However, we now have confirmation that these Ryzen 3 and Ryzen 5 products are now going to be available for mass market sale. These include the Ryzen 3 2100, the Ryzen 3 2300X, and the Ryzen 5 2500X. So these are all three of those CPUs we should be getting. If I had to guess, they should also be able to hit 4.2, 4.3 gigahertz overclock, which is going to be great. They should have high boost clocks just like the Ryzen 2 setups that we're seeing. However, it's interesting that we're only getting 2 SKUs of Ryzen 3 and a single SKU of Ryzen 5, and that's probably because the 2200G and the 2400G do fall somewhere in between where you don't need the CPU performance, but you need the GPU performance from the Vega architecture that's in there, and it gives us a little bit of both. So we have both the CPU of Zen Plus, if you want to actually buy a 2100, but then if you don't need that, if you can get by with 3.94 gigahertz on a 2200G, you would also get some integrated graphics. It's a decent solution. I like where AMD is going with this. However, within that, we also get some new information on Ryzen Mobile. So it also looks like we should be getting the 2000U, the 2600U, and the 2800U. These are all mobile CPUs that we should be getting in laptops in the upcoming future if the GPP doesn't affect that there like it did with KB Lake G. We'll have to see where that goes. But as far as we can tell us with regards to specs, I think the best that we're going to get with the 2800U, if I remember correctly, was somewhere around 4 cores, 8 threads. This is not the 8-core lineup. This is not a hex core lineup. This is going to be 4 cores, 8 threads. The U, which just means it's more efficient. It's better for mobile environments. So we're getting cut down versions. So if I had to guess, the 2000U would be a 2-core, 4-thread, 2600U would be a 4-core, 4-thread, and 2800U would be 4-core, 8-thread. I could be completely wrong about this, but it is a potential. I'm sure there's more information that we're going to be getting out about this in the coming days. But then we also have Threadripper news. I mean, AMD announced this over at CES when they initially told us about Zen Plus coming out. They said that we would be getting replacements for the Ryzen 7 and Threadripper. So it looks like we're getting the 2900X, the 2920X, and the 2950X. So basically the exact same stuff that we have, just with the better IPC performance and the better clock speeds that come with Zen Plus architecture. But then also one of the benefits that did come with X470 was the fact that it had better memory support. And so I'm hoping that in the X499 motherboards that are coming out, we could see native support for 3200, 3433 overclock performance. Not native, it's probably going to be 2933 like it is with the X470. We would get higher RAM performance out of these upcoming chips. I just thought all of this was really interesting. So it looks like all of these are available for mass shipment. We are getting the Ryzen 3 2100, 2300X, and the Ryzen 5 2500X. We're getting the Ryzen Mobile 2000U, 2600U, and 2800U, and then Ryzen Threadripper 2900X, 2920X, and 2950X. So that's all good news. You can upgrade your Ryzen systems. You can upgrade from your previous systems if you're still on like X99. Then you can have a good memory performing, high clock speed, 16 core, 32 thread processor. I love my 1950X. It's so great. Anyways, let me know what you all think of that by discussing it down in the comments below or in our community Discord. Be sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video and you like Ryzen. Be sure to get subscribed to stay up to date on all of our tech related content. I am Brett with the UFD Tech channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Cheers.